am Amanda Jones. I am a board certified behavior analyst, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about some leisure skills. We're all home trying to figure out what we're going to do with our days, and our kids are looking bored. So this would be something that could help you. First, we want to try to pick things that we know that they can engage in, we know they can play, and I want you to consider some different thoughts. First, what is it that your child is into? Is it the same things that you like? Because a lot of times we'll pick something and say, oh, you're just gonna play this. And it turns out that they don't like that. They would rather play with numbers or Legos versus something that you think would be fun. So really try to think about what your child thinks is fun and what your child enjoys, because this is their time to just do something that they enjoy. So you can teach your child these things. I know, easier said than done. And some of these things will take more time and a lot of your patience. So when you do choose to do this, be prepared. Know to yourself that I'm gonna have to do a little bit here in order to help them become more independent, so that eventually I can just say, hey, it's leisure time, and they go and choose an item and engage with it themselves. So that's gonna take some practice. So the first thing I want you to consider is some realistic expectations. If your child enjoys puzzles and they'll play puzzles for long periods of time, then puzzles is probably something that you want to add to their leisure skill choices. If you know that Legos is the hardest thing for them and they can't get them to click and it causes frustration, and you want them to learn that, then you may need to work with them and sit down and play Legos with them and work on those behaviors and skills. You could also set up a specific area in your home that has less distraction. So if you have a playroom and there are 300 toys in there and they are all dumped out, because we know the world is crazy and that is what our child loves to do, don't have your leisure skill activities in that setting, in that area. It'll likely lead to that same behavior, dumping out all of the toys and not really engaging in the activities that you're wanting them to. For my home, I chose my dining room because we use it 4 or 5 times a year, and it's a perfect quiet place where I can set out some different activities and have my child choose one of them. You can ask your BCBA, because we are here. We're here to help and support you guys in any way we can. If a first then board would be helpful here, if some kind of self-management system would help here, and they will have that knowledge and those ideas and tools to help your specific child. So this is more of an overview. Another thing you want to think about when you're choosing toys and items for these activities is a concrete end. Does the game ever end? A lot of our kiddos have difficulty with time, and the thought of you giving them an activity that may never end, in their minds, I'm gonna have to do this forever, and that's not gonna be as effective. So you really want to consider a puzzle has a concrete ending. Completion of one activity, when you're done with this page, then you can move on. When you've completed one animal with your Play-Doh, those are the type of things where they have a concrete end and you've established that the activity does end. So if your child does understand timers and you've used timers in the past, this could be a good time where you set the timer for the amount of time you would like the child to engage in those types of leisure activities. That will also be helpful and give a concrete ending. That way it's not something that does last forever. So the next consideration when you're setting up these leisure skills and choosing these activities is you really want to give your child a chance to have a choice, to have a voice. So let them ask for something within, your options. So I've been talking about Play-Doh here, but what I like to do is think, all right, well, Play-Doh, Legos, a puzzle, and a different activity, and I can set it out so they can visually see these are your options, and then they can choose the one that they would really like to engage in. You're going to have more success if the child chooses the activity versus if they don't. they tend to pick something that they're more interested in and they're more motivated for. So here I've laid out 4 different options. So next step, you did it. You created your leisure skill list, you got your materials together, you've set it up, and you are ready to do this with your child. That is awesome. There's one thing that you can't forget. It's the biggest thing. And if you've been talking with your BCBA pretty much ever, you know what this is. Positive reinforcement, right? We want to show our kids that we are so proud of them. They should be proud of themselves. They're doing a wonderful job. You want to come in, you want to say, man, you've been playing with that Play-Doh. You're doing so good. I love your snake. This looks great. I can't believe you did that. Wow. Really lots of praise, lots of excitement. You can do that throughout the activity and then slowly fade how many times you need to do that over the time period, and then just come in at the end. When the timer goes off, you come running in like a wrecking ball. You're ready to just be so excited and so proud, and let them show you what they've accomplished and what they were doing. Let them be proud as well. So that's huge. Don't forget that part. That is going to be the biggest factor here. They are not going to want to do all of these activities. They may not be as motivated to do them, but with praise and positive reinforcement from you, that could change. If praise isn't as effective, you're likely to know, if you've been working with your BCBA, what kind of reinforcers they do like. So you could say first this activity, then you can have your iPad, or first this, and then you can have a snack. And those are their favorite things. So really make that specific to your child and what they can do and what they enjoy and what they like. So he chose Play-Doh as his leisure skill activity, and he's been instructed to make 1 animal. We now have success. We have a Play-Doh snake with about 5 minutes of leisure time. I hope you guys have found this video helpful. There are a few points I want to make before I let you go. I want you to know that this may not be perfect. Your child may not do all of these things perfectly. Even if in your mind you have set this up and it's going to be great, there may be failure. There may be points where it just didn't go well. That's okay. That is all right. Regroup, reassess, and try again. Keep going. Don't give up. Those are some of the biggest things that will help you. Your child will see that my mommy doesn't give up, my daddy doesn't give up, I'm not going to give up. So keep going, keep trying, be consistent. And if you do run across things that are a little bit more difficult, please reach out to your BCBA. We are here for you guys, and we don't mind if you need support or you need help, especially during this time. Don't hesitate. All right, bye everyone.